What do John and Jod send us now? What does Crazy Eye see here? Another shaveskin? Good! These Knights of St. Pellen need all the help they can get. Crazy Eye and the other Bandari have done all they can. Maybe it's your turn to help now. Are you living in a dog's den? Imperial skirmishers have been raiding this camp, stealing the Knights' supplies. This one and friends were just passing through, but the Bandari help when they can. Like Crazy Eye doesn't have anything better to do. Ah! If the Knights appreciated the Bandari, they'd fatten this one's purse. Crazy Eye doesn't like to work for free, do you? Or maybe since you're not Bandari, they'll pay you. If you want to help, see the Knight Commander Sherilyn. Tell the Knight Commander you want to help stop the Imperial raids. Tell her Crazy Eye sent you too. Tell her this one deserves a little present. Or several presents. Several shiny presents. Yes, 3 times in recent days. Crazy Eye was only here for the last raid, but she saw them coming. Even put an arrow between a few pairs of eyes. They still managed to steal more supplies though, yes? Very tricky are these unclawed skeevers. Crazy Eye does not know, but some of the knights say they might be remnants of Imperial army that occupied Bangkorai garrison. When that place was liberated, maybe some of the Imperials escaped, yes? Maybe they need supplies to get home. For the present. If things get too dirty though, Crazy Eye will save her own hide. This one and other Bandari are not mercenaries, we're traders. No! So unfair too! Crazy Eye's been guarding this gate for hours and hours when she could be back in her tent taking a cozy little nap. You should tell the Knight Captain. Tell her to give us something! Here at the Martyrs Crossing, important trade routes run through here between North and South Bangkorai, yes? And supply lines from Evermore to Bangkorai Garrison. This one was told that the Knights of St. Pellen have always guarded this place.
There's a sight for a sore eye. Someone who looks like they can spill blood for a righteous cause. The Imperials have just about licked us. I've only got a few knights left who are fit to fight. I've had to recruit Bandari to defend the camp. Frankly, this place isn't easy to defend. It was originally just a little 2-man outpost, here to guard the road. With enemies to the north and south, we decided to increase our presence here. Turns out that was a mistake. For starters, it drew knights away from the garrison. It's been retaken now, but it never should have fallen. Other problem was that we stockpiled supplies here we couldn't protect. They're gone now, though. One more raid and we might as well retreat. By St. Pellen's beard. Of course there is. Biggest problem right now is the Bandari. I've got wounded knights, but my healers can't heal them without supplies. I know the Bandari are sitting on a bunch of poultices. They need to share. That's what I was hoping. Old Silverpaws over there is the one calling the shots for them. See if you can convince him to cough up some of those poultices. We've got lives on the line here. Try not to let that Bandari skeeve out of doing his part. Those damn cats have an excuse for everything. Of course not. The Knights of St. Pellen set up an outpost here to protect the trade routes. The Bandari's livelihood depends on us keeping Martyrs Crossing safe. We shouldn't have to pay them to help protect it. We have to figure out where they're coming from first. So far, the Imperials have been raiding at night. I sent scouts to try to track them, but they never came back. You think the supplies are all they wanted? Not a chance. Those fobbing bastards want to drive us out. They're trying to break the supply lines between Evermore and Bangkorai Garrison. They'll keep raiding until they do.
Greetings. Normally I would take pride in telling you that I am the most worldly Bandari merchant in Old Tamriel. I would present you with a lavish display of the amazing variety of goods I have to offer, but I cannot do that today. Not everything, but I did see some of our goods in the last raid. Me and the other Bandari were busy helping the knights defend the barricades. We didn't see the Imperials slip into our tents and steal our most valuable possessions. Do they? Did Knight Commander Sherilyn send you over to ask this of me? Can she not even show Silver Paws the respect of asking herself? Of course not. Either way, we can spare no further supplies. We've given the knights everything we can. I wonder what the Knights of St. Palin would do if the scales were tipped the other way. Would they give up their supplies for a group of Bandari merchants? I won't have these knights' blood on my hands, though. I will take the high road. Well, there is a thing about the poultices. We do not have them just yet. The good news is that I had foreseen the need for them, so I sent our herbalists out to gather what they needed, but they haven't returned yet. I didn't want to concern you. I thought the herbalists would be back any minute now, but now that I think about it, they have been gone a long time. I hope nothing unfortunate has befallen them. They went up to the water. They needed a special algae from the lake. Don't tell anyone, but that's one of the key ingredients in the Bandari poultices. If something happened to them at the lake, though, I don't know.
Fingers, what now?
Deep swimmer. Just went for one more dive. He came back to find this troll eating all his friends. Oh, praise the moons you came along. Did you come from the Martyrs crossing? Ah, Silver Paws takes care of us. He would have been so proud of Deep Swimmer. We made all the poultices he asked for. But now, so many of us died. Silver Paws will be sad. Yes, they are needed, aren't they? Silver Paws knew they would be. The trolls weren't the only threat Deep Swimmer found here. He saw Imperials coming in on boats. This one thinks They will soon raid across the gate. This one thought we were troll food. Ah, yes. They are needed, aren't they? This one agrees. If the way is clear, we will run then. We will get these poultices back and put the guards on alert. This time, we will be ready for those dungy shave skins. Run fast, friends. Follow Deep Swimmer, and don't drop any poultices.
You there. Good meeting, Walker. Do you have a moment? My business partner is in trouble, and this one could use some aid. My partner, Skyward Eyes, darted into these ruins, seeking some ancient magical travel device to get her out of Bangkorai. Imperial invaders, perhaps? Giant chains dropping from the sky? Or maybe she just got spooked by a crow. Not sure. Anyway, she ran straight through those Daedra. And this one isn't going after that one. Will you help get her to safety? Just make sure Skyward Eyes is safe. This one's at her wit's end. This one will try to satisfy your curiosity. We sell Tamriel is Doomed survival kits. These are packs of basic survival supplies, like dried fruit and bandages. I manage the money. Skyward Eyes is our prophet of doom, and we scare enough locals to make a healthy income. Thank you. It works pretty well. At least until Skyward Eyes gets spooked by one of her own stories and bolts for the tall timber. Then we have inconvenience. We didn't. At least this one didn't. We set up shop in Martyrs Crossing, but the Imperials wrecked the place. Skyward Eyes insisted we could escape through here. Joan and Jode told her all about it. This. She said something about an ancient Red Guard travel altar that the Shaveskins would use to escape. Sounds like skooma dreams to me. If you find her, you can ask her. Because she is kin to Shagarath. Sure. Her terrified ravings drive our sails, but at some point she always heads for the horizon. We have to go after her and end up somewhere in East Fleabite, hiding from imaginary flying slaughterfish or some such.
Don't try to reason with Skyward Eyes. Just go with what she says. She's crazy as an elf-freak hot in heat. If you have any questions, ask Nozonte.
Ah, good you are not a Daedra. They are this one's enemies, and must not hear this one's plans to escape the vampire skeevers. Happy day! Help this one perform the rite that will enable escape from the vampire skeevers. That is why Imperials invade Bangkorai, you know. Vampire skeevers. This one finds one of 2 rune stones needed for Arla Mehera's altar. That is an ancient Redguard device to get the user, me, safely out of Hammerfell. Will good-looking new friend get second runestone? The rune of transit from Southern Tower? Pretty. This one marks your map to runestone. You are true friend to this one, like nose on tail. The herbalists weren't lying, Knight Commander.
How do you know?
This one saw the Imperials with her own 2 eyes.
Headed towards the crossing? How many?
This one didn't count them, but there were many.
Time to make our stand then. Tell the other Bandari to be ready. St. Pellin's blood. I'm glad you're still here. Fobbing Imperials. I figured we had at least another day or 2 before they'd be back. The poultice has helped, but there's not a knight here who's ready for battle. They're here, and right now, I'm damn glad of it. The cats are all carrying Alessian bows too. I just hope those bows still shoot straight. Either way, their arrows will only do so much. If you're willing, I'd put you on the line too. The Imperials are coming from the lake, so the worst of it will be at the northeast gate. If you'll plant yourself there and keep them from getting by, we might just make it another day.
We need a trebuchet, or 10. Crazy Eye, you donkey's chain skin! They're turning back! Spotless fighting walker. sharp claws!
Not much left in stock, but if you see something you want, just let me know.
Well, that went better than expected. Not one breach of our perimeter. Guess those Bendari are good at something more than just swindling. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. The Knights of St. Pellen are indebted to those cats. To you too. Now's our chance to end this, though. To make sure those raiders never show their faces here again. How would you feel about pressing our advantage? They're in retreat now, but they couldn't have pushed off from the shore yet. I say we burn their boats, or rather you burn their boats if you're up for it. That's what I like to hear. You like to fight, don't you? I get that. When I was younger, I felt much the same. Go burn the bastards' boats then. I'll say a prayer to St. Pellen for you. For all of us. Bandari scouts said they could see the flames from here. Let's celebrate! Actually, I hope you don't mind, but I went ahead and started celebrating. After everything that's happened here, I deserved a drink. Silverpaws did too. Yes, I think I judged the Bandari too soon. Silverpaws is actually quite a gentleman. Or is it a gentle cat? I just hope he doesn't expect me to pay for this mead. No way. This one's on the house, and by the house, I mean the Bandari.
Was it my imagination, or did she say she was expecting the Bandari to pay for this mead? If that's the case, that will be her last mug.
new, good-looking friend has returned with the ruin of transit. Finally, this one can flee frightening land of Hammerfell. Now this one performs magic ritual. Focus of Redguard teleportation magic. Very powerful. Exactly what this one needs, I think. This one knows, sort of. No matter, this one improvises with skill. As for you, perhaps you will stand back a bit, you know, in case. Hello. This one needs to go to a safe place away from vampire skeevers. It works. This one feels it. To Reaper's March, this one goes.
So, where is Skyward Eyes? Did the Daedric get her, or did she escape? Reaper's March. You're pulling this one's hind leg. Did she say where in... No, wait. Of course she didn't. Well, this one thanks you anyway. To expect a better result would be folly.
I can't do my job. Not with all this going on. I know there's a war afoot and all that, but there's a problem here at the graveyard. The corpses are climbing out of their graves. I promise, this isn't my fault. I buried them all real good. No, I don't know nothing. I was just bringing Prince Adrian in here to lay him to rest in the royal crypt. But when these walking bones started popping up, I ran for it. I just left the prince's corpse laying out. But what was I supposed to do? It's up there a ways, outside the royal crypt. One of the prince's knights stayed there to protect him. She can be noble if she wants, but I'd rather be alive. I do feel bad, though. That's why I was thinking maybe if I could find someone to help her. If you could find a way to get all those corpses back in the ground while you're up there, I sure would appreciate that. I can't make a living if I can't get into the graveyard. Died in a battle with the Reachmen, right there, with King Aemond. You have to feel for the queen. First she loses her daughter, then her husband, and her son. Prince Adrian deserves a proper burial. Just maybe after the graveyard's safe again.
Has risen. It's a miracle.
I thought the gods had abandoned us, but I couldn't have been any more wrong. Akatosh, forgive my lack of faith.
What's going on here? I don't understand any of this. Last thing I remember, we were fighting the Reachmen outside Northglen. I saw my father fall. I tried to get to him, and then everything went black. Dame Valyrie tells me that we died? Then, how am I having this conversation? I mean, I feel different. I don't even think my heart's beating, but... Do you think... I mean, am I undead? But then, why am I not ambling about mindlessly trying to kill the living? Isn't that what the undead do? Dame Valyrie says the gods have resurrected me, but... why? Because of my bloodline? I'm sorry, this is just too much. I don't know. If the dead here are rising and this is the royal crypt, have any of my ancestors risen? Maybe they can give us some answers. Would you consider venturing into the royal crypt to find out? I know it's unlikely, but I'm hoping that if I'm alive, maybe my father is too. Maybe Dame Valyrie is right. Maybe the gods are giving us a second chance. No. It's tradition for the kings of Evermore to be entombed at Bangkorai garrison, so they can protect our borders for all eternity. Dame Valyrie says my father lies in state there even now. Unless he's been resurrected, of course. My poor mother. I didn't even think of it. But this must have been torture for her. But to hear that I've risen, would this be a relief to her or some kind of horror? Best to figure out what's happening here. And then I will go tell her myself. No. To be honest, I only know of the kings who've been entombed down at the garrison. It's the royal crypt, though, so surely someone from my family has been buried here.
This tomb was built to hold royal remains, but none remain within. The remains of the royal family have vacated this place. They return to the land of living to follow the anointed and to avenge their bloodline. Prince Adrian is the anointed. He too has been blessed to rise again. Arche himself, of course. His church sits nearby. These grounds are consecrated in his name. This was foreseen. Death denied the prince from defeating Evermore's enemies, but the anointed shall now command an army of the dead. A mortal cannot hope to understand the will of the divine. You must simply tell him to trust the power with which he is imbued. His destiny will unfold as he trusts his instincts.
Whatever was in the royal crypt, at least it doesn't appear to have been lethal. Tell me, though, did you learn anything? Any explanation for my unexpected return to life? Then the gods do want something of me. I guess it's a second chance. A chance to redeem my father, myself. To get revenge. It truly is a miracle, then. I could lead the undead here to defeat the Reachmen. The Reachmen have been dealt with? This is tremendous news. I'm not surprised to hear about the Imperials. They were attacking southern Bangkorai before, and I knew they wouldn't stop there. Perhaps now my undead army can drive them back. I don't know for certain, but when you said it, something about it just feels right. Did this voice in the crypt say anything else? That seals the deal, then. We should make preparations. I'm feeling stronger by the minute. Dame Valyria is just over there trying to figure out where the undead are coming from. Tell her what you told me.
There you are. I was beginning to worry. It seems that more and more of the dead are rising every minute. Did you learn anything in the crypt? Really? Maybe he's right, talking about an undead army. But if this is his army, why are they hostile? We might have to earn their allegiance. Have you seen these blue flames in the ruins? I think they're somehow inciting the undead to violence. I do. I tried holy water on one and it seemed to do the trick. If you'll take it and extinguish a few more flames, that may help pacify the undead. After that, let's meet at the monument south by the rocks. I saw someone skulking around over there. It's a priest of Arkay, but something's wrong with him. He's just completely ignoring me. I'm not sure how I might have offended him, but if the blessing on Prince Adrian comes from Arkay, the priest should be able to help us. I think he's had ample time to pray at this point. With all due respect to him and to the gods, we need answers here. Will you at least see if he'll talk to you?
O Divine Lord, protector of the eternal balance between life and death, I beseech you, remove this dark curse from your sacred grounds. Shh! Or do you revel in the defilement of sacred law? These burial grounds are cursed, and I am pleading with Arkay to reveal the source of the corruption. Unless you know the source, please, let me be. It did? That would be quite a surprise, considering Arkay is opposed to undeath in all its forms. Do you think the god simply changed his mind? Why would he possibly do that? The prince has risen as well? This scenario grows more foul by the hour. What befell King Aemond and his son was tragic, but I cannot imagine it so offends Arkay that he would break the natural order. I don't know. I should see Prince Adrian. That's the only way to ascertain if he's truly touched by the god. In the meantime, it might help me to commune with Arkay if we stopped the dark spirits from defiling the other monuments. No. Your impatient friend here can escort me to the prince. I need your help with the spirits defiling the monuments. Destroy the defilers, and then I will have the clarity I need. After that, meet me at the church. and we can discuss the prince.
Why do you fear me, priest? Is it because I can control what you cannot?
Your Highness, I'm sure he means no offense. Please, calm yourself.
As long as he treats me with the respect I deserve, we won't have a problem.
Needless to say, this behavior is more than a little disquieting. Short temper is not one of RK's blessings. I will reserve judgment for the time being. But if he is corrupted, well, let's see what unfolds.
I'm out of my depth here. If it comes to blows, I can't raise my sword against Prince Adrian, but I can't stand by and watch him strike down an unarmed priest either. This is starting to look like not such a miracle after all. Well, the good news is the undead didn't attack us. They actually bowed to Prince Adrian. Father Quiston's not exactly impressed with that fact, though. He thinks it's a very bad sign, and he told the prince as much. Well, we tested that out, and dripped some holy water on Prince Adrian's hand. It burned. That pretty much says it all. But Father Quiston believes there's still a chance we can remove the corruption. We saw skeletons digging up corpses and piling them up in the mausoleums as death shrines. Father Quiston believes that cleansing the mausoleums with holy water might have some effect. I'd hate to leave the prince, though. Will you go?
Why do you work against me? Would you have the prince spurn this blessing? The priest fears the unknown. That is why he refuses to acknowledge the gift the prince has been given. But why do you submit to this priest's direction? Are you a coward, or do you just prefer not to think for yourself? The priest is blinded by his preconceptions of power. This is a blessing for all of Bangkorai. What matter is it whether it comes from RK or some other source? The prince can sense the truth. He will give himself over to it soon enough. You regard power and opportunity as corruption? Such has always been the perspective of small minds. I thought you understood, but it is clearly beyond your comprehension. Very well. You've chosen your destiny.
I tried to stop him, but it was all I could do just to keep him from killing Father Quiston. Damn it all, what are we going to do now? The prince went into a rage. He started shouting at Father Quiston, saying this was his church, and he was relieving Quiston of his duties. Then he just ran inside. We have to get in there and talk him down. The doors won't open. I don't know if he barred them or what. Maybe the priest knows another way in.
Damn it! I knew this would happen! If it had been anyone else, I would have put him to rest right away. What are you doing standing there? We have to get inside! No. This is the only door, and the beast has locked it from the inside. There's a spare key buried under the tree in the back. You have Arkay's blessing to go and claim it. Just do it fast.
And the thorn in my side returns. Your prince has accepted the gift I offered. He is a visionary. He sees beyond convention. But what about you? Do you still question the value of my blessing? He suffered enough in life. In death, I am giving him the glory he deserves. I told him, by giving in to my guidance, together we could purge this land of all our enemies. He was willing to make this sacrifice. You should honor his decision. I may not be a god, but with the strength of the prince's soul, my powers are considerable. Come, see for yourself.
The prince has accepted the truth. The force that has brought him back from death is thoroughly evil. Say your farewells, and I will consecrate him. That will put his body and his soul to rest.
He came out and now he's begging us to kill him. Whatever happened in there, he seems to be himself again, but I just wish it didn't have to end this way.
That certainly wasn't my finest hour. But I thought it was RK. I thought he was giving me a second chance. There's nothing more foul than this creature's deception. It must have hailed from the depths of oblivion itself. Death. Death and destruction. It would have given me vengeance against my enemies, but it wouldn't have stopped there. It will never stop unless we stop it. Even now I can sense the darkness inside, gaining strength again. Please, kill me. Yes, the life force inside me is evil through and through. Thank you for saving me, friend. I wish I could have known you when I was alive. But this will have to suffice. I am ready to die. Ready as I can be, I suppose.
If you have said your goodbyes, Prince Adrian, it is time.
Wait. Are you sure there's no other way?
It's all right, Valyri. I accept it. And you must too. You served me in life and saved me in death. I can be at peace now. This chill. I remember it. Goodbye, Valyri.
It is done. His body and soul are at rest.
It's done then. He can now rest again. For good this time. I suppose I should be relieved, but somehow I feel like I've let him down. I did everything in my power to protect him. If I could have taken the death blow on the battlefield, I would have done it without hesitation. He should have been king. I'll return to Evermore to serve the crown. I am still a knight. It's my duty. First, though, I will do what I came here to do. I will lay the prince to rest.
We should honor who the prince was in his life, not the abomination he became in death. I will leave you to your mourning.
when I know you. It's so dark in here, and I'm simply too tired to think. Alas, the world might be denied my brilliance. Isn't it amazing how we all ask ourselves such questions? Really, it's all Azai Oinok's fault. He's my guide. Or he was. I have no way of knowing where he could be now. But I was here to tour the ruins. That is why you're here, isn't it? Giuliano's truth. Such ignorance is breathtaking. If you'll help me find out what has happened to Azai Oinok, I will tell you all about the ruins. If he's dead, I would want to take back the wages I'd paid him, at the very least.
Hear me. Help me.
Cut me down. Cut me down before the spiders return.
Poisoned by spiders. Be careful. They are attracted to movement. As we entered this passage, I stopped for a moment, and Herminia's sophist continued on. Before I could turn around, a very large spider bit my leg. I fell, unable to defend myself. There is a reason he hired a guide. I've heard him call for me, but it seemed he walked in circles and came no closer. I am tired, and my muscles ache, but I am otherwise in good health. Had you not come along, however, the tale would certainly be different. Yes, for my duty is to protect innocents from predation. A spider's poison wears off, but research and collection by the untrained can never be healed. I see Herminia's sophist walks with you. You will share my wage for doing my job. Herminia's sophist? What happened to you? You are in a terrible state.
Are you aware of the danger I was in?
But where is your pack? And where is Lutebrius?
Lutebrius? Lutebrius? I've been wasting away like a common beggar, and you ask after the monkey? I shall write about how awful you are as a guide.
I must ensure he does not lose his way again.
Ozzy. Oh, you're still here. I don't suppose you'd be willing to help me on another grand adventure, would you? I've been unable to research this site properly before moving on, but my travel arrangements are already made. Do you understand what that means? My editor gave me a list of other scholars who have gone missing here, presumably to frighten me. Aminyas and Deshri are their names, and I want you to search for their camps and see if they had research I can cite. Aminyas may have been a xenophobic, dour old elf, but he's at least thorough in his arguments. As for Morgal Deshri, it might help to inject some romance into the piece, since the woman was so obviously taken with King Jolie. Of course not. I intend to recompile their research into my own words and add whatever conclusions suit my opinion. Don't you know anything about the way academic writing is penned? possibly be taking you so long? How hard could it be? You found the notes. Oh, superb. I'm sure I can cobble these together and keep the high points on the voyage. I might even make the two of them my co-authors. No, oh, that's absurd. Here, a pittance for your trouble. Now all I have to do is locate that wildlife specimen Azei calls our pet. If only I'd had that monkey Latibrius stuff when we first found him, we'd know precisely where he is. Oh well, could always go back to the Alakir Desert for another if need be.
These lands hold more mysteries than you can possibly imagine. You heard the call, didn't you? You have been chosen to help stop the blasphemy in the ruins below, to stop the laws of nature from being broken. I too was carried here on the tides of fate for this reason. We must work together. Yes, I serve Hermaeus Mora, the Lord of Fate and Knowledge. These ruins were once a shrine to my lord, a storehouse of secrets forbidden to mortals. The shrine is but a memory now, but an entity invades the ruins seeking to steal the secrets. A spirit? A Daedra? This is part of what must be exposed. Whatever it is, it has enslaved local villagers, calling them Rain Disciples. It taps their minds for its power. To what end I do not know, but I believe you can unmask its intentions. Wisps serve the entity below, drawing the essences of the enslaved Rain Disciples and depositing these essences in troughs. Slay one of the wisps and take the essence it carries to the troughs. I believe this will expose the entity's intentions. We must stop this mysterious entity from stealing our Lord's forbidden knowledge. The entity's wisps absorb mind essences from the Rain Disciples. Kill a wisp and take its essence to the troughs. I hope this will expose the entity's intentions. I serve Hermaeus Mora. Dealing with illusions and obscurities is what I do. Exposing these vague quantities, turning confused innuendo into clear knowledge. This is my lord's realm. You're bold to ask. As you observed, I am a Dremora, but the Lord of Knowledge freed me. Hermaeus Mora taught me the secret of how to sever my ties to oblivion and bind myself to the Mundus instead. I have served him ever since. Of course, we are known as primeval seekers. We rarely gather, but our Lord has summoned us here to secure the ruins. I'll warn you now. Some sections of the ruins below are restricted. Primeval seekers will attack if you attempt to trespass. Yes, even in the ancient days, some Ayleid recognized the power of Hermaeus Mora. Within this shrine, they stored forbidden knowledge of the natural order, which could allow one to manipulate the very fabric of reality on this plane. We came here to do just that, but we soon discovered others were living in the ruins, these Rain Disciples. We have secured portions of the ruins, but the entity who commands the Rain Disciples set them to block other areas. We know not why. my children. With each essence we draw closer to the dream. We must work quickly, before the Daedric Prince's servants can stop us. We have nearly enough essences now. Tell Apostle Marion it is time to prepare.
Stranger. We mean you no harm, yet you enter our domain with distrust, killing our disciples. My mistress says you have been misled, that you should help rather than hinder us in our endeavors. Lorelia. She is a Nereid. She is the water spirit of Lake Halcyon. Lorelia says the primeval seekers have misled you. She is an element of nature, seeking only to foster life. She told me to explain her purposes here. The landscape of Tamriel is ever-changing. The desert south of here is expanding and will someday overtake this area too. Lake Halcyon has already begun to slowly dry up. Lorelia only seeks to prevent that, to keep the lake and the forest alive. These ruins hold ancient secrets and relics of power. With them, Lorelia can create a water stone, an everlasting source of water that can keep Lake Halcyon alive for all eternity. Myself, the Rain Disciples, and the Wisps aid her in this mission. The cultists worship the greedy Lord Hermaeus Mora. They would hoard the secrets buried here. They do not wish us to make use of them. They will do anything. They have even been capturing our disciples and holding them prisoner. Just to hinder our efforts. That's why they sent you as well. I'm sorry you've been caught up in this. I won't ask you to join us, but surely you can see that our disciples have done no wrong. Would you be willing to free them as a favor? Oh, Lorelia promises she will reward you generously for your assistance. The primeval seekers are holding our disciples across this water and down in the east side of the ruins. Please, free them as soon as you can. They are people from Evermore, Northglen, or other nearby villages. Like myself, they were drawn to Lorelia. She showed us what was happening and taught us that her plight, the plight of the lake, is our plight too.
Please get me out of here. These Daedric cultists have been torturing me. I don't know. I don't understand. They kept saying they wanted me to remember.
Remember what, though? All I can recall is being with Lorelia. I need to get back to her even now. Thank you. I'll remember you. I promise.
Release me. I have to get back to Lorelia. I have to. Because she needs me, and I need her. She's all I've ever known. Please, just let me go. Praise you, friend. Praise you.
Lorelia sent you, didn't she? She always takes such good care of me. Believe it or not, I think I actually remember the way back. That's all I remember, though. Except the fact that Lorelia needs me. Thank you.
What's going on here? Who are all you people? Who am I? No, I don't remember you either. What am I doing here? Is this place safe? All right. Release me and I'll go. Somewhere.
ignorant half-wit. By the golden eye, what in oblivion are you doing? Setting those poor, ensorcelled fools free? Don't you realize we were trying to help them? Don't you see what's going on here? I followed you before, and overheard your conversation with that mad apostle. It's clear that this Nereid learned one of the most dangerous secrets about the natural order, and now twists it to her advantage. No point hiding it now. When a mortal dies, where do you think their memories go? Don't bother guessing. I'll tell you. They go into the water. They become water. All the memories of Tamriel's history are stored in its waters. The details and implications of this secret are mind-spinning, and would require a lifetime of study and contemplation. The relevant fact here is that the Nereid is stealing her disciples' memories to create this water stone. Exactly. And it seems they never will. Their memories are lost to them forever. The Lord of Knowledge abhors this transgression. The Nereid must not be allowed to continue in this endeavor, nor can she be permitted to create a water stone. The secrets to creating a water stone are forbidden. The natural progression is for the landscape in this area to evolve into a desert. The Nereid's not fighting for nature. She's fighting for self-preservation, and at her disciples' expense. There is no other way for this to end. The Nereid has stolen forbidden secrets and committed crimes against nature and humanity. Now that you understand, will you repent for changing loyalties? Will you aid me in destroying this aberration? What then? You would side with this water monster and her brainwashed apostle? Go on then. She's right across the water there. I warn you though. Side with them and Hermaeus Mora will offer you no mercy.
There you are. Lorelia was starting to worry. She said those cultists were trying to mislead you again. She worried that you would turn against us. I knew it was all right, though. Why would you possibly oppose Lorelia? Of course! It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. She showed me what would happen if the lake were to dry up. She showed me how much life would be lost. How could I refuse to give up some silly memories when so much is at stake? Some did, some didn't. You must understand, though, when people come wandering around Lorelia's lair, what is she to do? She's a Nereid. When a fly gets stuck in a spider's web, the spider doesn't release it. Lorelia is much the same. It's nature. I do. I support the survival of Lake Halcyon. So much life depends on it. Sacrifices must be made. And to prevent this from becoming a dry, dead desert, it's worth it. You must decide as well. If you wish to aid us, Lorelia would speak with you. I understand. Lorelia says you are a very strong person and we must be patient with you. We hope you will choose to help us, but we respect your right to make that choice for yourself.
There is no other way for this to end. The Nereid has stolen forbidden secrets and committed crimes against nature and humanity. Wise choice. For a moment there, I feared the Nereid had affected your mind as well. I can see you are stronger than that now. Know this as well.
Hermaeus Mora is generous with his servants. You will be rewarded greatly if we rid these ruins of that foul creature and her half-witted followers. Our first concern must be ensuring that the Nereid does not acquire the capability to create a water stone. Once she gets enough memory essences, there will be little we can do to stop her. Then we must hurry. To create the water stone, she'll infuse all those memory essences into something, probably the relics she's stolen. We need to find them. I think I know where the Nereid's lair is, but I'll need a distraction to get there. Yes. Go into the cavern and burn the disciples' food supplies. That should suffice. Then come and find me on the upper levels. That's where I think we'll find the entrance to her lair. This is the entrance to her lair. I'm sure of it. I don't see her in there, so I think it's safe to go in and search for the stolen relics. Yes, I'll stay out here and keep watch. Take whatever relics you can find, and look for some sign as to where the Nereid herself might be hiding. Even without a water stone, she's too dangerous to be left alive. You dare to enter my sanctum?
Traitor.
I can't believe I thought you would help us. It is clear that you've given over to the same greed and brutality as those primeval seekers. But why would you dare enter my personal chambers? Liar. It's not the relics you want. You want to steal my memory essences, don't you? Too late. I've already infused them into myself. I am the Water Stone. Once I activate the shrine, I'll flood the ruins and rid myself of all you vermin. They have outlived their usefulness, as have you. Enjoy your last few breaths.
All is quiet out here. Did you find any relics? Any sign of the Nereid? She's turned herself into a water stone? That mad creature. I never would have even guessed that was possible. Fascinating. Nonetheless, then our only recourse is to kill her. And we were going to do that anyhow. Is she still in there? Flood the ruins! That would kill everyone! Which I guess would suit her just fine. Damn it! She's gone to the shrine on the east side of the ruins then. Quickly! We need to get there as fast as we can!
You can stop me from flooding this place? Ha!
So, you are the one the tides of fate carried here to stop this transgression. I had watched this pathetic spirit's attempt to avoid her fate, with some amusement. But I knew it would eventually have to come to an end. Where would be the fun in that? The individual yarns of fate do not concern me. It is the tapestry they weave that I watch and record. All threads, even yours, only make up a small part of the whole. I do. I can see your future and your past. The yarn of your life is interesting, perhaps even amusing, one might say. It's spun from a strong thread, to be sure. But all threads will eventually run out. No. I did no such thing. Like moths to flame, my followers are simply drawn to dark mysteries. And this one was simply irresistible for them. It's a wonder more of them didn't die. No. Why would I? Yes, that is what you will do. First, though, I have something for you. A gift, you might say. Whether you want it or not is irrelevant. I like to reward those who amuse me. And this is your reward. You will take it.
What have I done? Papa, help me. What have I done? Please, you must help. It is my wife, my beautiful Adina. Something dark claimed her, Wayfarer. It's using her, like a puppet. By Tawaka's breath, I think it might be Daedra. It's been luring people into the ruins. My wife is down there. Please help me. Oh, stranger, you are kind beyond measure. I called upon Adina's twin sister Izara 2 days ago. She's a powerful mage, you see. I thought she'd deal with the monster and be back by sundown, but she still has not returned. I hope you can find her. It's called the Ruins. Holland's elders say it was the site of an old alien fortress. I don't know if that's true. All I know is that it's a decent place for grazing. At least it used to be. I am sorry I'm not a historian. I bring my goats here to graze. My mother always said the grass here was finer. The ruins made it so. One of my smallest found a doorway and ran inside. I gave chase and found. Well, now I don't know what I found. She seemed so beautiful. Well, yes. I found a talisman in the dark and a beautiful spirit appeared. She called herself a Nexiel. Beautiful Nexiel. It's not important. She deceived me. She said she needed a vessel. Someone with magic in their blood. Yes. I'm not proud of it. My wife is lovely, but so meek, so quiet. Anexiel and I had so much in common. She was light-hearted and smart. Seductive. It doesn't matter now. All that matters is my wife's safety. I just want to hold her again. I didn't know what else to do. If I had told anyone in town, they might have lynched me on the spot. Consorting with Daedra. It is unforgivable. Izara is a powerful mage. She is also Edina's identical twin. It just seemed like the only thing to do. Yes, we Red Guards take care to avoid magic. But Izara was never ashamed. She studied long and long in both Daggerfall and Wayrest. She's a true sorcerer. Her and Edina both have magic in their blood. Edina is just better at hiding it. I didn't. That is, I didn't tell her everything. If she knew what I had done, she might have turned me to salt or set me on fire. I may deserve those things, but not until I see my beloved wife free of that monster.
Spiders. Najan. He finds yet another person to do a husband's work for him. Pathetic. Don't concern yourself with my wounds. The door to the ruins has been sealed by an Ayleid spell key. You must destroy the focus stones protecting it so we can get inside. I thank you for your concern, but I am well versed in restorative magics. I will recover quickly. Mephala's web grows tighter by the minute. Meet me at the spell key in the center of the ruins once you've destroyed the 4 focus stones. Good luck. Yes, you appear wise and well-traveled. Surely you have heard of her. Mephala is the demon prince of murder, secrets, and seduction. Some call her the web spinner, like a spider. Mephala is always weaving a web of intrigue and terror. Unfortunately, I believe my precious Edina has been ensnared. Directly? No. I doubt that Mephala would take an interest in the affairs of a goat farmer and his wife. But the web spinner has many servants. A secluded ruin, a foolish, lustful farmer. Such an opportunity might be hard to pass up. Of course, this ruin hides all manner of secrets, one of which is a spell key. 3,000 years ago, we might have needed a whole host of mages to break its hold on the door, but now, it's a brittle relic. Exactly. The Daedra must have sensed the fragility of the key and empowered the focus stones to protect it. There's something akin to Welkin stones, albeit larger and more unstable. It shouldn't take much effort to break them. Well, yes, there's the spiders, but I'm sure there'll be no trouble for a hero of your stature. As far as the strength of the ward, the Daedra probably didn't have time to prepare. It may simply be stalling until it can complete its ritual. Yes, It's complicated. I apologize for being vague, but every minute we spend talking is another minute that my sister is in danger. I promise you I'll explain more when you've dealt with the focus stones. You made it. And I sense that the focus stones have been dealt with? Well done, hero. Now that the focus stones are destroyed, I can deal with this infernal spell key. We should be able to enter the ruins in short order. As I said before, the spell key is a brittle and aged relic. I'll weave a simple enchantment, and that should be the end of it. Take care, my friend. The spell key is going to become unstable. The effects may be explosive. Now, we have some grim business to discuss. I pray that you will have the strength of will to see this through. It's the ritual. I did not have the heart to speak of it before, but I can't put it off any longer. That fool Najan told me that the Daedra has been abducting people. It is, no doubt, collecting them for a summoning ritual. Yes, it plans to summon its true form here, to Mundus. It will need living sacrifices to do so. We have to deprive it of those living offerings. Please, do not think of it as murder. Look around. These people were dragged below by some of the most venomous spiders in all of Tamriel. The toxins they were injected with, victims do not recover from such encounters. None. They are beyond help. I beg you to look on this as a kindness. Their souls will find more comfort in Aetherius, I assure you. Take my talisman. It will make it easier. Use it on any victims you find, be a true hero, and set them free. That should do it. We can enter the ruins now.
Is that you? Oh, beloved Rupka, help me! It can't be! Anexiel! Oh, stranger. What have you done? The woman you are escorting, oh, Wayfarer, she is not my sister. The Daedra Anexiel has taken control of her. Can you not see it? Yes, I'm sorry. Forgive me. When my sister heard that I had been taken by a Daedra, she came to rescue me. I was possessed for, I don't know, hours, days, weeks? My memory, it's nothing but screaming and dancing shadows. It's all so foggy, muddled. She drew the creature out of me and into herself. She was gritting her teeth and screaming. Oh, it was horrible! She said she was going to put up wards before the creature overtook her, to keep the monster out. Yes, yes, Wayfarer, just so. Don't let it win.
Silence, creature. Adina's the one possessed. The Daedra is trying to trick you. Don't believe its lies.
No, you must believe me. You can't let it finish the ritual. You can't.
So long as that thing lives, so does the ritual. You have to kill it to end this.
Please, listen to me. If the ritual completes, who knows how many innocent lives may be lost? Listen to me, Wayfarer, please. That is not my sister. Not anymore. You can't believe its lies. It's manipulating you. Because what I'm saying is true. Oh, I've never been good at speaking my mind. Please, stranger, think of what you've done. If there was, I would have told you already.
We can't wait any longer. She's already free of her bonds. Please, in Rupka's name, use the talisman and release her. Have I not earned your trust? I've had countless opportunities to attack you, to slay you, but I haven't. Did I not tell you that Mephala is the Prince of Secrets, the spinner of lies and mistrust? You are being deceived. You must act. Look into your heart. Have you been wrong this whole time? Is your compass that broken? I don't offer comfort, but I do offer truth. My sister is lost to that thing. It breaks my heart. But we must finish what we started. The choice is yours.
Listen to me, Wayfarer, because what I'm saying is true. If there was, I would have told you already. What's that in your hand? Is that her talisman? In my trance, I heard a voice. When it wasn't screaming, it whispered about a talisman just like that. If you use it on my sister, it might draw the creature out.
Bravo, mortal. Your powers of perception are strong indeed. Unfortunately, twins share the same blood. How vexing. Pity I didn't think of it sooner. It might have saved us all a great deal of talking. The ritual is complete. And my first act will be to reclaim my body and destroy you.
Walker's breath. What have we done? I don't know. I thought it needed me, but Azara was my twin. We were bound by blood. That must have been enough. Tuwaka, be kind. Yes, it might still be weak from the summoning. Otzi protect you. I'll see to my sister.
Mortal. Lie still, my sweet. It will all be over soon.
Another thread cut, yet the loom spins on. And now you think yourself free of the web. What a delightful fiction. Oh yes, come closer. How strong you look with my minion's blood on your hands. I would have thought someone as mighty and well-traveled as you might already know. I am Mephala, the Lady of Whispers. A fair question. I don't often come to greet those who would slay my servants. But you, oh, there's something different about you. The scarred wrists of a cold harbor slave. Yet, such a regal bearing. Trying to do? Oh no. You strong, beautiful fool. Do you think she failed? A marriage ruined, a sister slain, souls lost, families broken. And to think, all of this began with a wayward goat. What a gorgeous and horrifying tapestry. What a predictably mortal question. Small, great, the same. Each thread tugs the other. Petty jealousy, an unintended slight, dog-like lusts. These are the things that bring empires to ruin. Think on this, my dear. I'll be watching.
Did you kill that thing? That sounds like an ill omen. Mephala spoke to you? The Daedric prince? I hope for your sake that it was something else. Let's get out of here. I can't bear to stay here any longer. Have you seen my husband, Najan? We should go to him. In all our long years together, I never raised my voice or called him out on a lie. I cooked his food, I cleaned his shirts, I minded his goats when he was away. I did all of this gladly, but no longer. Yes, I want him to know about the suffering. My suffering and my sister's. For once in my life, I want him to truly see me, so he'll know what he's done.
What have I done? Adina? Oh, Adina, my love. Thank thee ain't you're safe.
Hold your miserable tongue, Snake. I'll not hear more of your lies.
Adina, it was all my fault. I know. Zit's tears, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I didn't.
You lusted after a Daedra, you filthy cur! A Daedra! After all I've done, all I've sacrificed, for you!
I know. I know I failed you. Failed us. But if you'd only...
No, Najan. I will not. Perhaps if you'd come and face the monster yourself. But instead, you sent my sister? Izara is dead because of you.
Dead? By the eight, Adina. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Adina, please speak to me. I've lost everything. I don't know. Just don't know. Adina, my desert star, I've lost her forever, and for what? Not until after it killed the woman I sent into harm's way. Izara faced spiders, Daedra, ancient magic. All I did was stand here and bleed like a lamb, afraid to face the thing I set free. Ancestors, forgive me. Yes, of course. I'm sorry. For everything. Gods, what have I done?
It's good to be free of him. With my sister gone, there's nothing keeping me here. I have never seen the sea. Perhaps my days in Bangkorai are over.
I have to get back to the camp. Please, I need your help. We were patrolling the ruins. Rumor was that Red Guard insurgents were camped out here storing food and supplies. It didn't take long for the spiders to find us. Soldiers started disappearing, one at a time. I beg you, help me find them. We've no time to request help from our troops in Hollandstand, and the soldiers will die unless someone saves them. The spiders trussed their victims up and dragged them deeper into the ruins. We'll pay you for your help. Thank you. Take this ice rune. Captain Jamel gave it to me to freeze the webs trapping the others. It should make them brittle enough for our soldiers to break free. I think so. I took a knife to the wound to let the venom seep out. I don't know if it'll do any good, but I think the numbness in my legs has started to wear off. Might just be wishful thinking, though. There's something about these ruins. I can't say for sure, but I think they're haunted. Last night, my mate Claudius said he heard whispers. Said it sounded like his mother or some such. By morning, he'd vanished. This place is evil. Pure and simple.
Thought I'd never escape. Free at last.
Done for.
My eternal thanks.
Look, it's the stranger who saved us. My soldiers have been returning one at a time. Some still complain of numbness. Some are half blind. But they're alive. That's what matters. Thank you. Yes, of course. To oblivion with this whole campaign folly and the 7th Legion. As you can see, my men are securing their gear and preparing for the march back to Cyrodiil. It's a long journey, but it'll be good to fight where we're needed.